Too many dreams, books, millionaires, ideas, skills, unfinished accomplishments are in the grave. Take a moment and think, what am I doing between the dash? You have to move right now because tomorrow is not promised. Join the Divine Connections movement in a couple of ways. 1, download the app for free. 2, subscribe to Divine Connections magazine. 3, if you have a book, a product, a service, gospel music, business, health and wellness product, church, or anything creative, join the Divine Connections Movement VIP and make a commitment to join a network that supports others, give you major exposure, customer retention, and customer engagement. To find out more about VIP, text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passions, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine.
Great day, everyone. Welcome. I am your host and CEO of Divine Connections, Deloris Williams. Glad to have you here. Make sure you like, share, and comment throughout our broadcast. So Divine Connection is a faith-based and inspirational magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. We connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise dance moms, vendors, anyone that's doing something great in the community. And then twice a year, we have 2 big events, one in March, which is my anniversary. We've been around for 13 years now. We do praise dance groups, moms, vendors, speakers, panels, and vendors and sponsors, and we network and worship together. And then in October, we have our Bring It event, which is coming up Saturday, October the 14th at the Mebane Art Center. So we're going to have praise dance groups, moms, gospel step teams, creative storytelling. We're going to have nonprofit organizations talk with the blood pressure and talking about elderly care as well. We're going to have vendors. We're going to have youth vendors as well. So we're going to all come together, bring the community together, network and worship. Tickets are only $5. 10 and under are free. I would love to see you there and connect with us and making some great connections in the community. All right. So again, that date is Saturday, October the 14th at the Mebane Art Center at 11 a.m. So we'll share a little bit more information about that a little later. Then we also have the app. Our app is now out. You can download our app at Divine Connections Magazine from your Google or your Apple Play Store. You can also create a profile to let people know who you are, what you do, network there. We also have ambassadors on our app who are experts in their lane. So they have different resources and services that they can provide to you as well. And then we also have our store. Our online store is Divine Connections, bit.ly, Divine Connections Store. We have over 100 products. We have shirts, we have hats, we have jackets, we have mugs, we have pillows, we have socks, we have flip-flops, all of those things in Divine Connection Store. So go shopping and let somebody know that they are a divine connection and that you are a divine connection. And then we have our podcast on Wednesdays between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. to let you know who people are and what they do and how you guys can connect and make it happen. So take that information into consideration. So right now we're going to go into a couple of videos, and one is a little insight of what we did last year at our Bring It event, and this year is going to be bigger and better. So check it out. Awesome, awesome. So that is our upcoming event, Saturday, October the 14th at 11 a.m. So definitely stay tuned. Check this out. This is a little insight of what is in my store. Awesome, awesome. So that is some information for you. So definitely stay connected. If you want to stay connected, have any questions, if you want to be a guest on the broadcast, you want to go to any of my events or advertise in the magazine with your business or your opportunities, text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com for the tickets for the event. Go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events to stay connected. Join our email list. You can get all of the updates and news of what's going on with Divine Connection at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. We also have our Facebook page at Divine Connections Marketing, our Instagram page at Divine Connections. So follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Divine Connections. Make sure you subscribe and click the notification button there as well. If you haven't got your copy of Divine Connections magazine, it is here and available for you. And we also have the opportunities for to be in digital as well as hard copy. And then if you want to be in our next magazine, our option is on there as well for half page and full page for you to advertise your business, but definitely talk to me first. All right, to make sure it's a good fit. So go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/special dash pricing to get your copy of Divine Connections magazine. Okay, and ads runs for 3 months so people can know who you are and what you do. We also do sponsorship if you have a 30-second commercial. If you have a 30-second commercial, we will run it for 3 months upon agreement, and if it's a good fit for my platform, and that's for only 150. So if you would like to do that, definitely give us a call if you would like to be a sponsor. I'm also blessed to have written my second book, The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire Helping People. So I talk about the accomplishments I've done in my life as well as in my business with the help of the Lord and having faith in the God that I serve. So this book is on Amazon, it's on Walmart.com. If you're in Greensboro, it's in the Next Chapter bookstore in Ben Boys, which is a wonderful restaurant to check out and a great store to come in and shop as well. And then we also, you can order it from me as well. So we have a variety of options for you to purchase the book so you can see how I do what I do. All right. If you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business, your ministry, your book, your gospel group, or your event, we would love to serve you and create that for you. So send us an email if you would like for us to serve in that capacity, divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. We also have journals that are available now. It is called Making It Happen. You are a divine connection. We write the vision, make it plain, execute, and we celebrate. God is doing phenomenal things in our life, and we want to write the vision, write down our desires, write down our goals, and look back after what God has accomplished, done in us and through us, and make it happen. All right. And so that's a memorandum for that as well. Don't forget to download our app at Divine Connections Magazine from your Google or Apple store. Go check out our site with over 100 products. Okay. In there, hat, shirts, jackets, all that good stuff. bit.ly divine/divine connection store. If you want to see our services, go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/services. Okay. So that's the information we have for our first part. And Miss Kai is in the house. Our special guest is in the house. So she is here to make it happen, doing big and great things in the community. So let's bring her on in and talk with her and see how she is making it happen in the community. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Doing wonderful. Well, welcome to Divine Connection Show. I'm so glad to have you on.
Thank you for having me. Yeah. Yeah.
You're very welcome. All right. So let's tell the audience a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Okay, my name is Kai, and I am from Baltimore, Maryland. Proudly West Side.
Okay.
But my mom worked for the U.S. government, so we moved around a lot. South Carolina, Germany, Japan, and then back to Maryland. Then I came to North Carolina to go to college. Met a man, thought it would be forever, so here I am.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Well, we can get into that a little bit, that you are still pushing and making it happen, and
Yeah.
even after adversity. Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Awesome. And then you have a story to share as well. So you are an author. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about your books and how that got started.
Okay. Um, I've always been creative, um, just different. Always knew I didn't fit in. Always asked like why I don't fit in, why people don't like me. People, you talk funny, you whatever. So I believe that a lot of my life I channeled my emotions through writing.
Mm,
I write songs, poetry, and then it was just random thoughts in my head. So with the evolving of social media, you know, you make
mhm,
statuses, and I'm like, I always felt like I was invisible. Like nobody sees me, no one hears me, no one pays attention to me. But then it was like, it's not about quantity, it's
that's right.
quality. And if you
That's
can just help one person,
right.
and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, you're not an isolated incident. Um, you're not the only person that feels this way, that thinks these things. And
Mm-hmm.
so in 2018, I had a coworker. One day I just started coming to work and there were these notes on my desk,
Mm-hmm.
notes in my cubicle, just posted everywhere. And it was like, nothing's going to happen until you do what God told you to do. I'm
Mm.
like, okay. But at that time, like she didn't even know, and I was like, I'm about to self-publish this book, and it's
Mm-hmm.
not a chapter book. No, they're not chapter books. They're really just my thoughts, like
Yeah.
random things that I would think, things that I would feel, and the way that they come across and the way that I deliver them is so different to me. But what I've
Mm-hmm.
come to find is that people relate to it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how they came to be. And I just one day I went through like all the way back to the beginning of my Facebook, which had to be like 2009. And I
Mm-hmm.
just found all of these different posts. Some of the things, it was like, no, don't share them, don't. But what I found is even if they missed it there, they'll
Mm-hmm.
find it in the book. So the
Right.
first one was Love Always Kai Noni, because that's what I would sign everything.
Uh-huh.
And Kai Noni means lovable gift of God. So
Oh.
my mama and daddy, yeah, the mantle I carry is kind of heavy because like you
Yeah.
named me this, so it's like, yeah, it's not just a name. So
Right.
that was my first book, Love
Yeah.
Always Coyote. And then the second one is 417 Mosier Street, which is
Okay.
still an inspirational book. And 417 Mosier Street is the house that my grandparents had in Baltimore. And, we went there every summer. My mom grew up there. And it was just a
Uh,
place of love. Like, if that's where I truly learned like what really love, like family relationships. So yeah, that's what it is.
awesome, awesome. I love that. And definitely know that you are loved. And it's okay to be different. It's okay
Mhm,
to be unique. It's okay to be authentic because God has all created us differently and nobody can be us. So,
mhm.
we're royalty, we are who we are, and we
Right,
grew up in love and you want to share love. And so
right.
that's who you are. And so however creative way that you want to do it, that's totally up to you.
Mhm.
And that's a great thing. I know you blessed me on Sunday. I just met you. We were at Covenant Worship. Whoop whoop to Bishop and Apostle
Mhm.
Martina and
Right.
Eccles. We
Mhm.
connected on Sunday, and she did what she do, and she didn't even know me. She just blessed me
Right.
with some books, and and just to be in a place of blessings. It was a lot going on in that short amount of time, but it was powerful connections. It was a powerful word. It was so much in that short amount of time that we were there and that we connected. And now she's on the broadcast, so you never know who and what your divine connections are, and that how you inspire and connect with people, and how that makes a difference. I came home smiling. I'm still like an overflow from Sunday, and I'm like, I was
Yeah.
much that Sunday, just being in the
Mm-hmm.
right place, being connected with the right people. My friend, shout out to Cindy Sidbury,
Mm-hmm.
shared that information with me, and I just showed up. When I trust people and I connect with the right people, it's just a flow. At times, sometimes it's uncertain because you don't know
Mm-hmm.
what, when, where, but when you're connected with the right people, God will guide you and show you the right way. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to meet you. And so now you get to be on a nice broadcast, and a lot of people get to hear you and what you do, and you get to share
Yeah.
your story. So let's go into so you definitely be encouraged, and how people tell people how they can connect with you. They might want a book, they might want to talk to you, they might be going through the same things that you've been through as well.
Yeah, so I am on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. All three platforms are Love Always Kai Noni. Oh, I have a YouTube page, Love
Okay.
Always Kai Noni,
Okay.
which I do. I have some older videos on there, and an interesting concept with that too is I started it and I titled my series Dark Room Chronicles. And
Mm.
the reason that I
Wow.
titled them that is because a lot of times in our belief in our doctrine, we believe that being in a dark place is depression,
Mm.
doom and gloom and everything. And that's where I was like, I was really in a dark place. But I've also come to realize that God showed me when you develop pictures, you're in a dark room. So in order to
Mm-hmm.
come into the light, you got to be in the dark.
That's
So
right. That's
darkness
right.
is not always a bad thing. So yeah, I have some videos on there. You'll find I upload my TikTok videos on there from time to time. And a lot of times
Yeah.
it'll be discouraging because people think you're on social media for numbers or you're trying to go viral and you're trying to but that's just never been my thing. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not that I'm denying that, but
Yeah.
I just feel my whole thing is just one person. If one person can hear
Yeah.
me, one person, your story, your life is a classroom. Someone is
Mm-hmm.
watching you, someone is looking at you and they're like, okay, if she can do it, if
That's
he
right.
can do it, then I'll be okay. I know I'll make it, and I have to constantly talk to myself and I'm like, Kai, you're not the only one who's gone through divorce. You're not the
Mm-hmm.
only one who has been made fun of. You're not the only one who's been called fat and ugly. You're not like all of this is not an isolated incident, but it's how
Mm-hmm.
you persevere, how you
That's
get
right.
through it. And I just the way that God talks to me
Mm-hmm.
is so different. So God
Yeah.
speaks to everybody. And I tell
That's
him,
right.
God does speak to me. He just doesn't speak to me the way he speaks to everybody else. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I kind of find pride in that. And
Yeah.
I tell, Sunday definitely had to happen the way that it happened. And I know when
Yep.
we got there, my daughters were like, "Oh, mom, look at her shoes." And I was like, "Yeah, those shoes." And my kids, I always tell them, "You are the light."
Yes.
And
That's right.
you're gonna attract some people and some things that are gonna try to dim your light. But
Mm-hmm.
don't allow that to happen. And so, you know, I've birthed a generation that um I want them to be everything that they are called to be. You
That's
know,
right.
it's the calling is heavy, the calling is painful, the calling will be rough and tough, but you got to answer the call.
I love that. I love that. And so yours is going down from generations to generation, just showing that God loves you from your parents to your grandparents to you to your generation. And a lot of things in this world and people saying different things, some of them are missing that. So like even if people say different things, they may be not, they may not be loving themselves, you know what I'm saying? And they want to just
Mhm.
kind of cat out on you because or anybody else because
Mhm.
they the love. My family's tight, and we do a lot of things together. And they're like, "You had a good family," and I do, and I am appreciative, and I love it. But like a lot of people didn't grow up with their mom and dad. A lot of people might have not
Mhm.
have grown up in a Christian family. So I take it as I am blessed, and then I'll take the love from my former pastors and cousins and people before me and just spread the love that I have. You know what I'm saying? Because I love people as well. Now, in this word, these people is interesting. Okay, so sometimes you have to love from a distance. You can still love.
Right.
The important
Right.
is building a relationship with God, and you have
Mhm.
that. However way that God speaks to you, however He encourages you, that's your way of connecting with the Father, and it's all good because you need that to survive yourself in order to
Right.
be the best person that you can be to spread the love to everybody else, which is unconditional God's love. And
Mhm.
so, I'm just, excited that you're here and that you persevere through your challenges and your adversities, and different things that may have going on with your family or yourself. And you're here, you're shining bright, you're doing your thing, you are loved, you're your name, loved and a gift of God. So continue to be encouraged and encourage others. Because the more you encourage yourself and encourage others, it just gets bigger. The light continues to shine.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
yeah, I
Awesome.
just
Awesome. All right. So
hmm?
it's okay.
Oh,
Go ahead.
oh,
Go ahead.
I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Like I just yeah, oh I know. We are in a time where everyone is people will say love isn't enough, love doesn't pay the bills, love doesn't but I just
Mm,
Um, for the last, I've always operated on a platform of transparency. Now, I do know when to
mhm,
pull it back and when to not, but I've always been transparent. And so, in 2016, when my whole marriage and everything just seemed like it was falling apart, from that point, I just felt like I can't do this. I don't want to do this. This hurts. I don't understand. And people kept saying, well, if you just pray and you believe and you trust and whatever. And I was praying, I was doing this, and I was saying I was doing all of this,
yeah.
but everything that I was praying seemed like was going the opposite way. Like I'm praying and I'm asking God to restore this, and God is not. This is not what God did. It's not happening. And so since 2016, I just felt like I was being consumed. But I
Hmm.
still showed up for other people and for everybody else because I know what it is to hurt.
Yeah.
And I don't want anybody, you got to feel it because if you
Yeah.
don't feel it, you can't fix it. And
Hmm.
so I'm just total transparency. My
Hmm.
birthday was July 20th.
Okay.
My plan was not to be here.
Mm.
My plan was like, God, I'm done. I'm tired. I can't do this no more. My plan was not to be here.
Hmm.
My neighbor across the street died on my birthday.
Oh wow.
And so, I advocate for get you a good therapist.
Hmm.
I found a good, wonderful, and I love my therapist because I told her the truth. She was like, "You have any plans for your birthday?" I said, "Well, my plan was not to be here." She said, "Kai, whether you're miserable on this side or miserable in glory, whatever you
Hmm.
choose is your choice, but you're not going to be happy." And she
Mm.
said, "You're going to leave a legacy of unhappiness.
Oh
So you
wow.
have to make a choice." And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, okay. I never stopped believing. I always believed, but it was always, Father, I do believe. help me
Yeah.
overcome my
Mm-hmm.
unbelief.
Yeah.
And there's so many things that I stand on, like, for when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make
Mm-hmm.
it happen. And it wasn't
Yeah.
until, I tell you, it wasn't until a couple weeks ago, and the lady that sits in front of me at work, she was like,
Mm-hmm.
I see what is wrong. I see you. She was like, do you go to church? And I was like, yeah, I have, but I hadn't been since the pandemic because, my family here, it's just me and my kids. My family
Mm-hmm.
that we're really close to and connect with, everybody
Mm-hmm.
that like really sees me and loves us, they live far
Yeah.
away. If it's
Yeah.
45 minutes or they live far away. So it's like, God,
Yeah.
why you put me out here by myself? And so
Mm-hmm.
she was like, Kai, I said, she said, God loves you. I said, yeah, but I feel like God forgot me. And she was like, God
Mm.
never forgets you. God will never, And it was like in that moment, that's when
Yeah.
everything kind of, I knew it would break and you believe it would break, but it was in that moment, like everything started to realign. So there's
Mm-hmm.
stuff that's happening and you kind of look at stuff and it's like, I just even had a conversation with Apostle Eccles today, and I was like, it's that
Yeah.
nevertheless part of the prayer that I struggle with. Because you
Mm-hmm.
like, God, I don't like this. This ain't right. This hurt. I want to hit him in the face. I can't do this. Nevertheless, not my will,
That's right.
but thy will be done. So, I really do. I have to say, when you said on Sunday, it's like, well, I probably won't have any opens till November. I'm like, okay, cool, bet. And then you send me a message yesterday, say I might have an opening at 5 o'clock tomorrow. I'm like, oh. And everybody that knows me, like, Kai gonna run. She the queen because it's like I want to be seen, but I don't want to be seen. Yeah, I'm gonna do it,
Yeah.
but let me hide. So the fact that we are here in this moment
Yeah.
and I showed up, like, I'm so appreciative. I'm so grateful for you, for like
Oh.
your spirit, your platform, your energy, and it's like I'm seeing in this moment and God is showing me because I kept reading these. It's like, it's gonna happen quickly. Everything is gonna, and I just be like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Because I see it happen for everybody else. In this
Mm-hmm.
song, the Winans saying that I see your work in others, but I want you to work in me. It's
Yeah.
like it's a place of belief, but I want people to understand and know that it's okay to
Yeah.
admit that sometimes I just don't have it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
believe. I got. I'm sorry. I'm going off on a.
I love
But
it.
when
Go ahead.
I was in first grade, and one of my all-time favorite parables is the parable of the mustard seed. And if you have seen a mustard seed,
Mm-hmm.
that's all God asks.
Yeah.
Just
Exactly.
a little bitty, that's all God asks. And He doesn't ask us for everything. He just
Mm-hmm.
asks us to do this, just listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just really it's like, I really want to help people. I really, if I can get into like inspirational public speaking or things of that, because I just want to see people win. I just want to see people
Yeah.
win. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I love
sorry.
it. No, I love it. That's what we're here for, is to share, what's going on. And so,
Mhm.
I'm appreciative because, I don't tell everybody about, my ins and outs. Because when I get on here, I'll be like, hey, let's go on.
Mhm.
Well, honey, on the backside, sometime I've been in my depression. Like the last 3 years has been crazy. The last 3 years has been crazy. Had, dealing with my family, some issues going on with that. And my car was breaking down like for a whole year. I get something fixed and something else break down. And then, of course, working the business like usual. But it was just like, come on, can I get a break? I'm trying.
Right.
But, at the end of the day, when you have a relationship with the Father, you always know that He is there for you. So it's not always people, but He will put people and different things in your midst. And like, well, I was thinking about the size of a mustard seed when you was talking, because He doesn't require, us to have this big faith. It's just a little faith.
Right.
I know I believe. I grew up in
Mhm.
church. I love God. Got a
Mhm.
relationship with Him. And I know things can get better and will get better, but sometimes we're impatient, like I want it now,
Right.
and then it might
Mm-hmm.
not be the way that we want it. So like and I even love church stuff, but I saw a lot of stuff going on with that. So I kind of backed out away from that because it was just like, woo, it's a lot of stuff going on right here. And, I'd rather not. I'd rather not.
Right.
I just rather be, to myself. And I've done that for a while. And so, but I'm grateful for the relationship that I have with him. You know what I'm saying? This has
Right.
been consistent for me. So I get to talk to at least 160 people a year just doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And, people may talk, they may give a word, they may, whatever's going on, but I'll allow that platform for them to share because if you're going through, at least 10 other people are going through like that.
Right.
And this is a way to just, talk one on one and then have an easy platform for you to just share. Like you done came out now, and at first you was like, "Hi," now you're like, "Okay, let me tell you." And so I want to make that this platform comfortable so you can talk and share because it's definitely a blessing
Mm-hmm.
to yourself and so many people. So I appreciate you coming on, and it was just I had an opening. Um, and it just works out, and I appreciate you doing what you did. So, I had to return the favor for sure.
Yeah, it's really divine connections. Like really, nothing happens by it's nothing surprises God. Nothing.
Right.
It happens when it's supposed to happen, and I'm just grateful for the people that God has placed in my life. Because,
Mhm.
like I said, when you said I have an opening at 5, and my immediate thought was, well, my son has ABA therapy, and so I can't. But I didn't. He's downstairs right now with his therapist, and I'm just,
Yeah.
you know, so many things are happening. My son is autistic. He's considered nonverbal. And it's like,
Mhm.
I prayed for a son. I prayed for a son. I prayed for a son. And God answered my prayer with a little bit
Yeah.
extra.
Uh-huh.
And it has not been easy. I feel like
Yeah.
not just my son, but my daughters, I feel like I fail them every day. But
Mm.
God is faithful.
Yeah, he
And
is.
like you said, it's really a personal relationship. That's what I
That's
tell
right.
my. And I'm just gonna, I don't care who you believe, what you believe, how you believe, but whatever it is that you do, stand firm in what you believe.
That's
Like,
right.
don't be swayed by anybody else's opinions, anybody else's thought, because you got to walk this life. You got to
Mm-hmm.
run this race. Like, this, at the end of the day, when you stand wherever it is you stand, all them
Mm-hmm.
people ain't going to be there. They're not
That's
going to
right.
answer for you. So,
Exactly right.
yeah. So I'm just great. I'm grateful for opportunities and open doors because I'm the queen of running and hiding and self sabotage and
Yeah.
yeah, but God is like, okay, time's off, taking the gloves off, and I'm excited. I'm so grateful for yeah the opportunity and
Sure.
meeting you, and yeah, I'm just yeah. This is a
Yeah.
this is
I,
a this is a good thing.
well, good. Awesome. And then we get to take this and share it over and over and over again, which I love. And then when I saw your son Sunday, I was excited because I'm a hap tech and I work with people with disabilities. So it was just like, oh, and he was so precious. Oh, he was so precious.
He only 15. Like he's 15,
Yeah. And
but
he's
he's
so
like
lovable. He's so
he's six.
lovable. I was like, oh,
Yeah, he's 15 and 6'4" and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So
He's
that's
a
the joy.
he's a tall
God,
man, but I'm like, I'm
yeah,
trying to look at him beyond. Like when I look at him, I still see that's my baby, but
that's
I'm
right.
like this.
That right. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Well, awesome, awesome, awesome. So, we talked about your books and your stories. Anything else you want to share before we leave?
No, but
I'm gonna let
I have a
you go with encouragement. I'm gonna let you leave with a word of encouragement too.
That's where I was going, because I have a
Okay.
saying, and my saying is go forth and be great on purpose, with purpose, because you have purpose, and I love
Yeah,
you on purpose.
I love it. And I'm gonna end it right there. Go forth and be great. So much, Kai. I am Dolores
Absolutely.
Wills with Divine Connections. Make sure you guys stay connected to the number one, Divine Connector, which is Jesus Christ. So hold tight. Go to commercials, but I'm gonna come back to you. Thank you so much for coming on
Thank
today.
you. All
You are very
right.
welcome. I appreciate it. So hold tight. All right, you
All right.
guys stay connected with her. All right, hold tight.
Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution. So get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now. Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.